Yeah, hello everyone. We were able to do a lot in our previous time. We did dividing of both sides, collecting like terms, and so on and so forth. But right now, what we're trying to do is we want to know how to open brackets and how to cross multiply, because there are some questions that you are going to see that you are going to cross multiply, and there are some questions that you are going to see you are going to open what bracket. Now follow me. For example, now if you have 3 into bracket x plus 4, let's start with this. Now you can see that this is an expression, it is not an equation yet. Now what I want you to know is that this your bracket, it means multiplication. Your bracket means multiplication. Now look at this. You have 3 into bracket x plus 4. This 3, this outside number, you are using it to multiply everything inside. This 3 is not only for x. You can see the difference by you writing what? 3 times x plus 4. This one is different from you writing 3 into bracket x plus 4. That's the difference. This one, this 3 is only for x here. But this one, the 3 is for what? For both x and 4. Now, how are we going to open bracket? You are going to use, since our bracket means multiplication sign, you are going to use this 3 to multiply everything inside. Now, 3 times x, you have your what? 3x. Then put your plus. Then 3 times 4 will give you 12. That's your answer. Very, very simple. Now, you can have other questions. Let's say you have minus 4 into bracket a plus 6 equals to 21. You can see. Now this your minus, it is visible. Like I told you, your minus is always visible. Now you have minus 4 into bracket a plus 6 equals to 21. You are using this minus 4 to open everything inside the bracket. Now minus 4 times a will give you what? Minus 4a. Now look at this. This minus, you are going to use it to multiply plus. Now, minus times plus, we did it, I've given you the rules. Minus times plus will give you what? Minus. Now, 4 times 6 will give you 24 equals to 21. Now, if you come across something like this, we all know that we are collecting like terms. You have your CLT. Then you have what? Minus 4a equals to 21 plus 24. You continue by saying that what? Minus 4a equals to 21 plus 24 will give you 45. Then you have over minus 4. We all know this, that we are dividing both sides by the coefficient of a, and the coefficient of a is what? Minus 4. You have over minus 4 over minus 4. This one minus cancel minus 4 will cancel 4. There's an invisible plus here. So you have your a equals to 4 plus divided by minus will give you minus. Then you have 45 over 4. You can leave your answer like this, or you can change it to what? Mixed fraction. 4 in 45, it will give you 11. 11 number 1 over 4. So your a can be what? Minus. Your a can be what? Minus 45 over 4 or minus 11 whole number 1 over 4. You can have question like this. You can have question like this. You have p 2p equals to 4 plus 6 equals to 5 into bracket p minus what? Minus 5. You are using this 2p since it is outside. You are using it to multiply everything. But look at it. There's something here. These 4 and 6, their number. You can just add them together. No stress. So you now have the what? 2p into bracket 10. 4 plus 6 will give you 10. Equals to, use this 5 to multiply everything inside. 5 times 3 will give you 5p minus 5 times 5 will give you what? 25. Now, you should notice that sometimes I don't always ask that, okay, plus and minus and so on and so forth. Since it is plus, like this one now, it is what? Invisible. That's invisible plus, that's invisible plus. Just write your expression like that. But if it comes to minus, make sure that you are always cautious. Now, you now have 2p. Since your bracket means times, 2p times 10 will give you what? 20p equals to what? 5p minus 25. Right now you are collecting like that because this p we have to go and meet 20p. You cannot subtract 25 from what? 5p. So you have what? Collecting what? Like terms. So now what? 20p minus 5p equals to minus 25. 20p minus 5p will give you 15p equals to minus 25. Then you are dividing both sides by coefficient of p. And coefficient of p is what? 15 over 15 over 15. This comes to what? This. Now invisible plus is here. Minus divided by plus will give you what? Minus. 5 and go. 5 in 15, 3. 5 in 25 is what? 5. So the answer will give what? Minus 5 over 3. So that is all about what? Opening of brackets. Just know that the number outside you are using it to open any terms inside the what? Bracket. Now, since you are able to know how to use your signs very well, then opening of bracket is very simple. Just know how or when to what? Multiply your signs. Now, for example, now let's say you have what? Minus 4 into bracket a. Okay, let me use a minus what? A minus 5. You have minus 4 into bracket a minus 5, and you all know that you are using this word minus 4 to multiply the terms inside the bracket. Now look at this. Minus 4a. This, okay, minus 4 times a will give you minus 4a. How do we get minus 4a? We all know that this a has what? An invisible plus here. Now minus times plus will give you what? Minus, according to the rules I gave you. Minus times plus will give you minus. Then 4 times a will give you what? 4a. So that's how we are able to get what? Minus 4a. Now look at this. Minus times minus here will now give you plus. While 4 times 5 will give you what? 20. But you know, some of us do make this mistake. Let's see, we have what? Minus 1 into bracket a minus 5. We're not going to write what? Minus 4a minus what? 5. No, this is what? Wrong. We're going to make sure that this your minus multiply this what? Minus, which will not give us what? Plus. So please and please be cautious so you won't make what? Mistake. What we want to do next is how to know how to what? Cross multiply. How do we cross multiply? Now look at this. Why do we cross multiply? If you have x over 4 equals to 2 over, let me use 3. You have x over 4 equals to 2 over 3. The reason why cross multiply is because we want to eliminate fraction. These both sides are fraction. They are fraction number. So what we are trying to do is that the reason we are cross multiplying is for us to what? Eliminate fraction. We want to eliminate this what? These fraction that are here. Now, since you have x over 4 equals to what? 2 over 3. The next thing we are doing is what? We are cross multiplying. We are cross multiplying. Cross multiply. Now, this x we multiply this 3 here, while this 2 we multiply 4 here. So that was x times 3 equals to 4 times 2. Then x times 3 will give you 3x. 4 times 2 will give you what? 8. Now since we have come across something like this, we all know that we are dividing both sides by the coefficient of the what? Variable. Now you have what? Over 3 over 3. This 3 eliminate 3. Now x is equal to how many 3 can you see next? You can leave your answer like this. 8 over 3 or what? 3 in 8 is what? That is 2 over 2 over 3. So that's the value of your x. Now another question can come like this. If you have something like this, 2y over 5 equals to 9. Now you have 2y over 5 equals to 9. You are still cross multiplying. But before you cross multiply, you are going to make sure that you change this 9 into a fraction. And how do you change? We all know that fraction must have both numerator and the denominator. How do you convert this to fraction? Just put what? Over 1. 9 over 1 will still give you 9. So if you have already converted this one to fraction, it has numerator and it has what? Denominator. Now we are going to what? Cross multiply. This 2y will multiply 1, y 9 will multiply what? 5. Then you have what? 2y times 1 will give you 2y equals to 9 times 5 will give you 14. 45. You are dividing both sides by the coefficient of y, as we all know. Coefficient of y, it is what? 2 over 2 over 2. These two cancel 2. Then you have y equals to 2 in 45. Then you have your 22 over 1 over 2. Very, very simple. Another question can come like this. If you have m minus 5 over 4 equals to m plus 6 over 3. Now you have m minus 5 over 4 equals to m plus 6 over 3. Fraction. We want to eliminate fraction. What we are doing is what we are cross multiplying. Very, very simple. Now we all know that this 3 we multiply everything here. This your 4 we multiply, or this we multiply everything. This will multiply this 4. How will you set that? Now you have your 3. You can see that this is already more than one term. You are having m, you are also having minus 5. You have plus m minus 5. What you are going to do is that you are going to put them inside the bracket. Into bracket m minus 5. Do the same to the other. You have what? 4 into bracket m plus 6. It's not possible for you to write something like this. 3 times m minus 5. No, this you are telling us that this 3 is only for what? M. But if you are put it into the bracket, you are telling us that this 3 is for both m plus m and what? Minus 5. Same as this 4 also. Now 3 times m will give you 3m equals, okay, 3m then minus 15 equals to 4m plus 24. 4 times m, 4m. 4 times 6 will give you what? 24. Now you are collecting like terms. You cannot subtract, you cannot add, because they are different. Now 3m minus 4m equals to 24 plus 15. This 4m, it has invisible plus. When it becomes y, change to what? Minus. This is minus. When it change over, when it becomes y, change to what? Plus. Now 3m minus 4m will give you minus m, because you are still owing. Equals to, now 24 plus what? 15 will give you 39. Now since you have minus m equals to 39, the simplest way that you can do, or the simple way you can do here, is that since minus m, we are not looking for minus m, we are looking for m. This minus you are going to what? Take it to 39. Instead we say that divide both sides by the coefficient of what? M, that is minus m over minus 1. You will still get your answer. But for you to what? Save time. This minus, take it to 39. So therefore, your m will now be equals to minus 39. Very, very simple. So this is how to what? Cross multiply. Just know that your cross multiply, it is used to what? Eliminate fraction. Please and please watch my video step by step so that you can understand simple equation. It is very, very simple.